I'm gonna try to be brief on this one. And yeah, this is an accessory for the Area 419 match rings, scope rings, that is. And this is the Picatinny rail that they advertise. And so I got myself one of them. And the rings, of course. And this is the packaging. Nothing too fancy, but they do have the torque specs on the back. And they have like an additional little tool inside, which you should, use, but you should, use their torque specs. Now, these are the rings. And in particular, there's for the 30 millimeter tube, and the height of it, which they got marked in here, is 32. That's the height. I'm guessing that's from this point, which is halfway the ring, all the way to the Picatinny rail. Anyway, so at first glance, they're substantial. They're not lightweight. They do have some markings, which is like a texture all across on the top of the ring. And this ones, well, like they advertise, they have some guiding pins. And yeah, they do their job. It has to come down precisely. Once you remove it and you drop it down, it has to come precisely through each side evenly in order to continue flowing down. I had an encounter that the finish looks great and all. There's a little markings of machining here and here, same in the other side. You got your 419 logo design here on this side, and the other end, what you got your serial number. It's all the same number in both of them, but this group has A and B, and then this one finished with C and B. One thing that I noticed, there are chamfering all over in both of them, right? But in the bottom side, it's more substantial. The chamfering, you got more of the black edge on the bottom side and a little tiny slim black edge on the tops. And when you pass your finger through this corners right here, you can tell the transition. It's not smooth. You got a little dentation, not indentation, but you can see like a little wall. You can tell it's nothing, to be concerned, I guess. But it's not precise. Like in this side, from this face to this one, there's like a little step, and the other one is flush. And the same goes here when you turn it around. But other than that, I mean, you have it's fully polished, finished. Oh yeah, there's also that one thing. You probably see the way this shade looks, where the up meets the lower. When you turn it around, one side is thinner than the other. So I'm not sure you'll be able to see it there, but it's different. I believe this is thinner. When you turn it around, this one is more pronounced. The black line across is more pronounced. I mean, and that's just my first impressions. I mean, the other thing that I had was that I did roll them up. I asked them a question because I don't want to damage my scopes finish. So this is, I'm waiting for an element 2-in-16 so I can put it on my hopefully soon to come out 8.6 fix. And I'm trying to use that 2-in-16 with this rings. Now, what I had encountered is when I removed this lid and I try to sit down just for the kicks and giggles, my callus. This is mounted right now on ScalaWorks. This is the Leap 07, which is the first gen. I've heard some stories. I've seen pictures of them breaking. That's not been my case, and I love the way this thing looks. Also, once you mount it, the cool thing about this type of mounts is you can adjust. It'll help you guide and level it up, which is what I was going to talk about. This one right here, you just basically press on them without putting too much force, and then you can move the scope around so you can level it. And then you're ready to sit it. I mean, you sit it completely, and then you torque it to spec. the inside finish of these leaves are the same in the inside and the out. It has that anodization, right? With this one, they have that, you know, natural finish, almost polished. They say that it brings a better grip, and they might be right, but what I had encountered is that I had removed my callus so I can sit it here, so I can have an idea, and all you got to do is just drop it. It sits completely, because I think they sit completely, but you cannot move it around without getting that feeling that it's gonna scrape it, because it's really tight. It's just, you just drop it and it just tights it up without even putting the top caps. It's just tight. And if you try to move it, I don't want to damage the finish on neither this one or the element that is about to show up, which is not really high-end scope. I mean, but I like the 2-in-16 configuration because, well, it's kind of like the good compromise for an 8.6 blackout. And this is the rings that I chose to sit it on. Not too sure how is it gonna look after I removed it, if I ever remove them. Some people just leave it there, they never remove it, but I don't really want to damage anything. We'll see. I did roll them and I told them about it. It might not be a big deal for some, but you know, I just like the way that the Scala work sits. And this one, well, it's a different setup. I'm not too sure, but yeah, I just wanted to share those impressions, and I think they're gonna do just fine. And that's basically my only concern. I wish they were taller. I wish I can find something like, I don't know, maybe on the 1.5 inch, which will be like what, 39 or 40 millimeter. But this 32 is gonna have to do. And yeah, just wanted to share those thoughts out there for any of you interested. And I hope this helps.